So that royal family, they really do have some strange hobbies, right? George V, for example, did nothing at all but kill animals and stick in stamps, according to his biographer Harold Nicholson. And today, in their free time, the Windsors can be found doing things like keeping bees, I'm talking about Catherine, the Princess of Wales, hiking around Transylvania, King Charles, and even driving a carriage. I'm talking about Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh, in that one. Sometimes they act like a bunch of minor Austen characters on a fixed budget and with no creativity. Prince William even sold his polo ponies. And even though he has tried everything he can to set himself apart, in many ways Harry is no different from his relatives. Maybe he switched countries, maybe he switched jobs, and maybe he's using oat milk instead of real milk in his coffee. But these days, Harry is also spending a lot of his time indulging in an unusual pastime of his very own, waging court cases. It is an unusual hobby, isn't it? I think most rich people just want to waste their millions on horses or yachts or things like that. But Harry has showed us time and time again that he does not want to follow tradition. Instead, for years now, Harry has been fighting a whole series of legal battles against both the British Home Office and also his personal kryptonite, Fleet Street's tabloids. But the thing is now, poor Harry has suffered quite the blow. A judge has dealt him the biggest setback yet to his courtroom campaigning. On Tuesday in London, Mr. Justice Chamberlain denied Harry permission to bring a second legal challenge over whether he should be allowed to pay for his own police protection. While this is only one of two actions that Harry has brought over the 2020 decision that was made by the Royal and VIP Executive Committee, RAVEC, to withdraw his official protection, considering that he no longer occupies an official role, people who know about torts are saying this does not bode well for him. Media lawyer Mark Stevens spoke with the Daily Beast, saying the writing is on the wall for this case now. So perhaps Harry should have spent his money on other things. I don't know, maybe a boat or maybe a couple of racehorses, or maybe he could have gone gambling, because so far this legal habit of his has proven to be a fast way to waste a whole lot of dough. According to The Sun, Harry's fight with the UK government over official security has cost taxpayers more than £300,000. Now, if Harry's own legal fees are anywhere near that, that means that in total this has cost more than $1.1 million for Harry to basically just try to prove a point that nobody really cares about other than him. So let's ignore Harry's attempt to have his Met Police security arrangements reinstated when he's in the UK. He's also got 3 other legal challenges happening right now against the publishers of The Mirror, The Daily Mail, and The Sun for alleged unlawful information gathering, aka phone hacking. When June rolls around, while the rest of Harry's family members are getting ready to head to Balmoral, Harry is going to be getting ready to sit on a witness stand. Next month, he is set to give evidence in his Mirror case. He will be the first senior royal to sit in a witness box in 130 years. So is Harry going to come out a winner? Is the courtroom just going to be moved by what he has to say? Or will it be that some high-priced lawyers subject him to a very painful grilling that is pretty humiliating too? One thing is clear. In the last few weeks, Harry has come face to face with embarrassment time and time again. First, it was his own father, King Charles's coronation, where Harry had to walk to his seat all by himself, tucked conspicuously between his York cousins and far away from his older brother, Prince William. And then, as he was sitting in the 3rd row, Harry watched as his father became the 40th monarch anointed inside of Westminster Abbey, and he was stuck behind that big feather on his Aunt Princess Anne's hat. Later on, official cars were transporting the bunch of Windsors back to Buckingham Palace, and Harry had to make the mad dash to Heathrow to head back to the US. And then there was what happened last week, that insane New York paparazzi debacle. He and Meghan left an awards night where Meghan was collecting an award, at which point they personally decided to walk in front of the group of photographers, according to what Page 6 is reporting. Now later on, Meghan and Harry's spokesperson claimed that what happened was a near-catastrophic car chase, that paparazzi chased them through the streets of New York for over 2 hours. And of course, this version of events is pretty different from that of the NYPD. They described it as a challenging situation, and the city mayor Eric Adams weighed in too, saying, "I would find it hard to believe there was a 2-hour high-speed chase." There was also a witness who spoke with the New York Post, saying that Meghan and Harry's bodyguards were mocking the paps, provoking them. The securities egged on the paps. And then, of course, there is the double-edged sword of the latest U.S. polling numbers for Harry and Meghan. According to Newsweek, the latest figures show Harry enjoying an overall 7-point raise. Now his net approval rating is plus 15. And Meghan has re-entered positive territory for the first time since January. Her current rating is plus 5. So William and Catherine, the Prince and Princess of Wales, have ratings of 34 and 37 respectively in America, still a lot higher than those of Meghan and Harry. But it's important to note that the time period this covers was their lowest profile and the quietest they have been in a very long time. So what we can learn from this is that Americans are okay with Meghan and Harry as long as they stay quiet and as long as we don't have to see them. Just imagine what kind of numbers they would be receiving if they moved to the remotest bit of Wyoming, took a vow of silence, and finally deleted Oprah and Gail's numbers. At this moment, it seems like Meghan and Harry are stuck on something of a losing streak. Many of these legal cases, of course, are still ongoing, but the thing about Harry's home office case is exactly why is he even doing this? Why is he going to these lengths for a matter that would have no bearing whatsoever on his daily life, even if he ends up the winner? Why fight so hard for security in a country where they don't live anymore, and where they have spent less than 1 month out of the last 40-something months? Well, it seems like the Harry of today is a man who is very focused on making points, and he's trying to colonize the supposed moral high ground. Now, there would be a certain impressive quality to this obstinacy if it didn't come at a pretty high cost. He's doing a lot of damage to his reputation, and he's also doing a lot of damage to his bank account. So maybe Harry should consider following in the footsteps of his great-great-grandfather George V, and maybe he should start collecting stamps. After all the finger-pointing, all the interviews, all the pain that he has caused his family, the hours and hours of whining on TV, the lawsuits that probably cost millions, a little bit of stamp collecting may be just what he needs. And you, do you agree with this view? Please tell me your opinion below in the comments section. If you think my video is helpful, don't be afraid to like and share with your friends and relatives who would enjoy it too. And please subscribe.